Stephen Covey taught that there are 4 basic human needs, and they relate to leadership as well. To live is the first one. This is obvious. We need air in the room, we need water to drink, we need food to eat. The mission of this company is very much aligned with that basic human need, isn't it? We help kids to live. Sometimes it's the difference between life and death. And we're in that. But for us, in our lives, we need to be able to sustain ourselves. One of my kids is struggling financially. Not terribly, but a little bit. And they're working hard to become self-sufficient. And I was on the phone with that one of my kids and yesterday too, and felt the anguish in the voice. If only we could get past this. To live is a basic human need. To love is a second one. Every one of us needs to love, but we also need to feel loved, right? So it goes both ways. This is a bi-directional need. Do you know of another industry where these things are met better? I don't. It's this direct selling business model that satisfies these so well. To learn. We are all engaged in a journey. Everyone's journey is different, isn't it? My journey is different than yours. I will learn things that are different than you. You will learn things that are different than me. The person who ceases to learn ceases to fulfill their destiny on earth. It's part of life. Tony, I loved those 5 things that you talked of, the lessons. I would love to get a copy of that from you. But I loved how that if you don't learn the lesson, what happens? Lessons get harder, don't they? And that's how the Lord works with each of us. If we can learn the lessons, we can move forward a little bit faster. And finally, to leave a legacy. Leaving a legacy for a leader is one of the main motivators behind action. So if you think about it, these are the 4 basic human needs. And how do they relate to leaders? Leaders help others achieve these things. And by doing so, they achieve these things too. Right? As my wife, my sweetheart and I were raising our kids, we worked hard to prepare them for the time that when they left the nest, they would be self-sufficient, they'd have some basic skills that they needed, they would be able to become productive, happy adults, have careers, become husbands and wives, and become parents. We worked during the whole time that we raised 5 kids in essence. And hard work, isn't it? Parenting is not an easy thing. But the amazing thing that I've come to realize is that as we were raising our kids, we were also raising our grandkids. They just hadn't been born yet. Because now when I see them, I see what we did. I see what we taught them. They use the same mannerisms. They use the same expressions. They use the same habits. They improve on them to some degree. We had a tradition that every Monday night we would meet together as a family. We would have some sort of a family lesson, an activity, or the kids could have fun, but there would be a moral lesson with it too. We'd read the scriptures every night before going to bed. We'd have family prayer. We did those things which now are perpetuated. In the world of direct selling, this is what leaders do. They teach others how to live, to love, to learn, and to leave a legacy. Now, the compensation plan that we're going to talk about in a little bit helps leaders to fulfill that. It's in perfect alignment with it. It's not a compensation about getting rich. Although if you work hard, you could do quite well with it, very well with it. Certainly full-time incomes, healthy full-time incomes are going to happen if you can build a big enough business here. That's there, but that's not why it's created. It's created around these things here. So I look forward to sharing with you in a little bit. Some of you were there last night when we did it. We'll do it again, and we'll talk more this afternoon about how to work the comp plan. You see, there's two things that we've got to learn. How the comp plan works. Don't have to be experts at that, but you've got to have a grasp of it. And then the most important thing is how do you work the comp plan? We're going to focus on that this afternoon. We'll spend more time on that than we do actually on the comp plan. So I look forward to this. This is going to be great. I look forward to watching Hidden Hunger Global grow. I don't have an opportunity very often to work with a company that is so mission-centered. We're kind of blessed in that we don't take all the projects that come our way. We can pick and choose. There's just three of us. We do about, a couple of dozen projects like this every year. But when Duncan explained what they were doing, I knew I wanted to be in on this one. Because this one down here, to leave a legacy, to me, is king. I want to make a difference, just like you. And now, I'm not going to go out and build a big organization like you of people making a difference. But what I can do is help you do it. And that's why we built the plan the way we built it. Thanks.